all virgins bleed after having sex for the first time? For those of you who are traditional men, my wife did not bleed when we had sex for the first time. It's time to move on from that era. I'm here to debunk those traditional myths and cultural myths that put unnecessary pressure on young women on the need for them to bleed after sex. Thank you for the love and support since the last video that I posted. Thank you so much. Today we're going to be talking about some reasons why virgins do not bleed after first time sex. After extensive research, the first on my list would be natural differences. Women are different. They come in different shapes and forms. When I mean natural differences, we're going to be talking about the hymen, right? So in my last video, I didn't really talk about the hymen and bleeding, right? That's what this video is for today. So the hymen is a thin membrane that covers the woman's vaginal opening. It varies greatly in shape, in thickness, and elasticity. Some hymens are more flexible than others and can stretch rather than tear during sexual intercourse, resulting in no bleeding. So the more elastic a woman's hymen is, there's a tendency that there is not going to be a tear during the first time. It is that tearing that brings about bleeding. And when we even say bleeding, it is not like menstrual flow. It is just spotting for some few days, or maybe just during sex or after sex. Another reason why some virgins might not bleed during or after sex is due to non-sexual activities, and these activities can include sports. You're a very sporting person, you do a lot of sport activities. It can bring about that elastic hymen wearing off or becoming thin, and so when you have sex for the first time, you're not going to really bleed. We also have people who use tap-on. When we talk about tap-ons, you're going to have to insert it into your body, and so that can break your hymen without you even knowing it, or making it elastic or making it thin, so that when you have sex for the first time, you do not bleed. And medical examination. So for those of us who have already had appointments with the gynecologist, the gynecologist has had to see inside of you. During the process of examining your body, they might unknowingly to them stretch it or break it, or alter it, and so when you have sex for the first time, you do not bleed. Story time for another day concerning that. So for all those men that are so about, oh, I must marry a virgin, then you now get married to a virgin, and after having sex for the first time, the mythical or cultural or traditional belief is that a woman who has not had sex before should bleed or must bleed, and if you do not bleed, something is wrong. Well, we are not longer in that era. Let me even shock you. Some women are not born with it. I said it. From research, some women are not born with it. I want to recommend a book for young couples who are intending to get married and adult ladies. Men can also read this book just so they understand the female anatomy, to enable them love and appreciate women more. The name of the book is Every Woman. It's a very, very eye-opening book. I read that book when I was 13 years old. Mom, I'm sorry. I was one that took that book when you were looking for it then. So I was so intrigued that I was like, what's this book about? I saw a lot of things about puberty, pregnancy, menopause, things that I could understand then, and I had no idea. I knew when I was grown I would need to read this book again. That brings me to the next reason why some virgins do not bleed during sex. Some are not born with it, and it's okay, it's normal. There's no special or big deal about you bleeding. It's just because of cultural belief that if you bleed, it means you're a true virgin. You are the owner of your body. You know if you've had sex before or you've not had penetrative sex before. So it doesn't matter if anybody believes you or not, or if you bleed or not. So some women are not born with it, scientifically and naturally speaking. Some women are born with little or no hymenal tissue. This natural variation means that there may be no membrane to tear. So when you have sex, there's no tearing or stretching of anything, so there's no bleeding. So all these reasons I'm giving, maybe you've had sex and you did not bleed. Maybe any of these reasons could be why you did not bleed, and it's nothing to really be alarmed about. You're okay. All right. Another reason why some virgins might not bleed during the first time is adequate lubrication. And when I say adequate lubrication, I mean proper arousal. We talked about this in the last video, that you need to properly aroused. It helps makes your muscles there relaxed, and so there is no need for tearing. It's well lubricated. When you're really aroused and lubricated, it makes penetration easier and smoother, therefore causing less tearing, and so there will be no cause or need to bleed or spot. Another reason why some virgins may not really bleed is a gentle first experience from a gentle partner. I mentioned that in the last video too. Having a gentle partner helps a lot. Someone who takes his time with you and is not in a haste or is not rushing. So he's gentle, he takes it slow, and so let your body come to terms with this activity that yes, it is happening, this is a moment, and so your body does not feel the need to protect or defend itself, and so you have a smooth experience, and so there's no cause for tearing and henceforth no bleeding. Another reason why some virgins might not bleed is certain medical conditions and treatments like hormonal therapy can alter the vaginal tissue, thereby making it more elastic and leading to no tearing during your first time. Now, the last reason why some virgins do not bleed is relaxation levels. So every woman has different relaxation levels, right? Some can take pain, the threshold for pain is high, some is low. So when naturally you're relaxed and you're not stressed, or you don't have anxiety concerning your first time, it's going to make you relax, and therefore the walls of your vaginal tissue and your hymenal elasticity is top notch. It is okay, and so no need for bleeding. I hope we are convinced now. Some traditional men can be like, "Hey, my wife did not bleed and she says she's a virgin." Bleeding does not signify if you're a virgin or not. It happens for some women and it does not happen for some women. This brings me to the next question. If I bleed, how long am I supposed to bleed? So, from research and let's say experiences of other ladies, the bleeding is not supposed to come out so much. It's just like spotting, and so you don't want your underwear stained, so you have to wear panty liner or something to absorb the spotting. It could happen for 2 to 3 days. For some people it happens longer, right? But when it has happened for more than a week, and the spotting is heavy, then you might want to seek medical attention at that point in time. And with that, we've come to the end of today's video. It was exciting as always. Thank you for supporting your girl. You know how we do it here. We talk about uplifting things that make us grow as women, make us better wives. Remember, this is a growing women platform. The men are welcome to join, of course, but no bashing here. We're here for each other. So if you have any comments on today's topic, please feel free to put it in the comment section. Let's just say the first person to comment gets their comment pinned on the page. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.